Do you even know what the top offer would be for your domain name? Like, have you thought, like, is there a process that you've used to figure out what your domain name is worth? Hey, Chris Zuiker with Media Options, help companies acquire the raw version of the brand. Progress the best domains on the planet. Check that out over at MediaOptions.com and check out ChrisZuiker.com and do a daily podcast. A lot of good information over there on both channels. Also, Domain Sherpa. We did another Domain Sherpa this last week. Anyways, do you know what the top offer is? Like, have you sat down and said, okay, this would be like a top offer for my domain name? Now, this is not like this gut, wrenching like thought that you have in your mind. Like, okay, well, hey, that sold for 2 million. I want 3 million, right? Is what is the value? Is there a way to determine the value for your domain name? Now, I talk a lot in these videos about the 5 buyer types. Okay, the hobbyist, the local slash solo entrepreneur. Then you go to the third one is the regional, the legacy, and the national companies. Then you go to the Bible scale. Then you go to the hybrid entrepreneur. What does your domain name attract? Like, which of these companies does it attract? Okay, and then from there you go over to the 3 pillars of domain valuation. I'm going to leave a link below here on a blog I did. Check it out. It was I updated it recently, and it goes through my philosophy, my unique philosophy of figuring out what a domain value is worth. Okay, that's raw equity, brand equity, and perceived equity. Okay, there's a very real reason in a very real way, in a very logical way to determine what the value is for your domain name. Then from there you go to industry trends. You look at what are the trends in the marketplace and where does your domain name fit on this trend? Okay, is this trend just starting out? Is it in the middle of this phase or is it the end of this phase? Okay, there's going to be different branding ways companies brand. Remember, your domain is an asset. It's a strategy. Okay, a company's going to use that for the 4 reasons why they buy a domain name. Okay, brand, sub-brand, marketing, and defensive in nature. There's a way to determine this, and it's amazing to me because I see, lately, like asset price, there's been a lot of confusion with asset prices, right? I mean, cars going up and people putting $10,000 on top of the sticker price, homes doubling in value, right? No one knows and understood, like, hey, how should I price my asset with all this confusion? And yet, what happens is that a lot of people, there was buyers that are leaning in, they have a strong desire, and they're pushing off, and like these buyers they're not going to stay around. The desire that they have for this domain name is not always going to be there. The strong desire. Now, maybe it's cold and it's gonna go strong. I don't know what the offer is, but I do know this is that you need to know the top offer, and consider the possibility that you're passing on the top offer, or you passed on the top offer. You're never going to see another offer like that again. You will have to wait years and years and years. And I know you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'll wait years, but will you really? Like, could you have deployed those assets in a better way? Are you willing to wait 15 years at the possibility and the chance? Think about it. Click on my article, read it, share this up.